Hey guys, this is going to be the first of hopefully many gear reviews that we do. Right now I'm going to talk about what we wore when we were backpacking the entire Pacific Crest Trail, as well as 300 miles of the Arizona Trail. This is what Bobby and I wore, and I'm gonna get into it. The first thing I wanted to say was sunglasses. I've got my little cheat sheet over here, my laptop of everything that we bought. So I got polarized cycling glasses, and I went with like larger coverage because of snow reflection, and I just wanted bigger sunglasses. So I went with cycling glasses, which I really loved. And Bobby went through a couple of other different sunglasses, but mostly the most important thing was that they were polarized.
How you doing?
SPF, is that SPF proof? No, that's for sunscreen.
UV protection.
UV protection, that's what it is. Okay, UV protection. Ball caps, I do not even remember where I got Wilson. I've had Wilson for a long time. And also Bobby's ball cap, I think he switched his out. In fact, I'm positive he switched his out mid-trail from a hat that he found in the hiker box. So just wear your favorite ball caps, y'all. There's sun hoodie, and I'll just start saying I prefer the sun hoodie. I feel like there's a couple of different options when you're out there, but my go-to is a sun hoodie and ball cap, where you get full sun coverage. So it is called sun hoodie, and that was just a brand from REI. Sahara Shade Hoodie. So that was the hoodies that we were wearing, and y'all asked about the colors. I had that olive color. That was actually the men's. I kind of talked about that a little bit on trail, but I did prefer the men's coloring. So if you're interested in that olive green color, that's a dude's shirt. These shorts. So I just went with running shorts. They are on Amazon. The shorts were just Bloomin' Jelly women's quick dry running shorts. So that's just what I used. Quick dry running shorts with the liners. I prefer the liners rather than having to deal with underwear. You just got the liners inside the shorts, and I would carry 2 pairs of those shorts. So Bobby and I both like the Ninjinji, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Injinji.
Injinji.
Ninjinji?
Injinji? Yeah, Injinji.
Injinji.
They just help with blisters, and we use the mid-weight version, so they're like the thicker ones. Some hikers, I did notice, they use the Injinji socks, but they use the liners, and then they used Darn Tough on top of that. Because one thing that we did happen a lot of is the socks. Let's see, where can I show you? Got a hole right in the toe, like all of them. And we just kind of wore them with holes in them until they got too bad and you had to throw them away. I thought that was kind of a neat thing to combine the liners with the Darn Toughs. But I didn't try it, so I have nothing to say in regards to that. Just that is an interesting idea. Shoes, I do want to do a different video on shoes because I feel like that's an important subject to talk about. But I will say that we ended the Pacific Crest Trail in Ultras. And we use gaiters. We definitely use Ultra gaiters. And I really feel like it cuts down on the amount of dirt and rocks that get into your shoe, which also helps them not get as many holes on your socks, and also helps your feet stay cleaner. And if you get a rock in your shoe, who wants to be digging rocks out of their shoes when they're hiking? I used trail-made trekking poles from REI. And if y'all didn't know, I used the same pair of trekking poles the entire length of the Pacific Crest Trail. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I just got attached to my trekking poles, but they were definitely worse for wear by the end of them. But they never broke. And we also have a freestanding tent, which means we have poles for our tents. So we weren't using our trekking poles for our tents. I will say that I did see Somewhere and Roadrunner both have to replace their trekking poles twice when we were with them. I don't know how many times they did it in total. They used trekking pole tents, and once the tip was worn down on their trekking pole, they needed to get new trekking poles. So I just do what you want with that information. On that note, Bobby finished with a pair of trekking poles that he actually got from Scout. And this was your third pair of trekking poles?
Just second pair.
Second pair.
No, yeah, third pair.
So he started out with a pair of trekking poles that we already had. They had a good amount of life on them, and they were just cheap, like $30 trekking poles from Amazon, which I believe were the same brand and type that Roadrunner and Somewhere used. And then when Roadrunner actually got her new pair of trekking poles, Bobby switched and took her old ones because they looked better than the ones he was using. And then he got these ones from Scout right at the end. I don't know what brand these ones are. They have an orange mountain on them. But these ones did break by the end. This little pole right here kept pulling out of this contraption towards the end of the hike if it got stuck in like a rock or stuck in some dirt. So Bobby did have to end up like kind of yanking it out. They still work, they still function, and but that was kind of annoying the couple times that did happen. That didn't happen to mine, but the tips, you know, got destroyed. And sports bra that I chose to wear, so I got that from REI. It was a Patagonia active mesh sports bra. It was smart wool. I loved it. It was super comfortable. I did notice it did kind of hold a little bit of moisture, but I don't think I would change it. It was very, very comfortable. It was definitely one thing that I threw away right when I got home because I did just have the one sports bra. Sleeping clothes, I had a second hiking top, same exact sun hoodie, same color, everything. And I would alternate between those two as I did laundry. I had a pair of REI long johns. I got them a couple years ago. I couldn't even tell you what they were anymore. And they were definitely not ultra light. They were probably mid-weight sleeping pants, and they were super comfortable. Though in the future, I would probably get something lighter. So Bobby actually started out with some zip-off pants. They were Sahara convertible pants from REI, and he wore those for a good amount of the trail. So basically to Shasta, so about 1,500 miles of the trail, and then the zipper broke, and then in Bend, Oregon, we got him some new shorts, and he actually switched gear choices there.
I really liked the setup until I figured out that there was a better way. Basically.
Yes, until I turned him on to the running shorts. Land 7-inch running shorts. And those were the REI brand. And like you mentioned, they had the liners, so they had like the boxer, I don't know, dude underwear. What is it? Boxer?
Like boxer briefs, like almost like compression shorts. They're not super tight either. They're good, perfect.
Okay, so that's what he liked, and he went with my thing too, which was to get 2 pairs of those shorts. As the trail went on, he actually decided that he preferred to hike in shorts. Sleeping bottoms were very similar to mine. It was an REI brand of just long johns, though I do think you had the lighter weight version though.
Mine was super lightweight.
Yeah, he had a super lightweight. His sleep top was an REI sun hoodie, but he actually got a different sun hoodie from the Cookie Monster at mile 1,500, and that was Wolverine was the brand. It was just a sports top that he got. Really liked the REI brand of sun hoodie because of the material. It is a 92% polyester and 8% spandex. I have gotten a sun hoodie off of like Amazon, and it's like that kind of spandexy, meshy material, and I feel like it holds a stink very bad and very quickly. Okay, baby, is there anything that you really disliked or that you would change about your gear, or anything you want to talk about specifically regarding the clothes?
Just the clothes.
Yeah.
For clothes, maybe I'm recapping what you already said, but for clothes, this is what I would do. 2 pairs of running shorts with liners in them. 3 pairs of hiking socks with toes. I always carried 1 extra pair.
You did, yeah.
3 pairs of hiking socks with toes,
but
1 pair of sleeping socks.
I forgot that we also both had a pair of sleeping socks. Sorry, go on.
So 3 pairs of hiking socks with toes, 3 pairs of hiking socks with toes, 1 pair of sleeping socks. and a long sleeve hoodie to hike in, like a sun hoodie, a long sleeve hoodie to sleep in, another sun hoodie, but this one you just sleep in it, a beanie cap for the cold weather, a ball cap for the sunny weather, and in cold weather we also had a pair of gloves.
I'm going to talk about that in a second.
Some snow gloves.
Yeah.
And then we have our puffies and our raincoats, and that's what I would recommend. That's not what I started with, but that's what I would recommend using, and that's what I would use in my next through hike. Do I have any regrets? No, because the hiking pants and the extra clothes. I think I had a pair of like town shorts when we started out.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that was the other thing. We didn't really
You had
wear
like an
town
extra
clothes.
sweater. You had like a fleece.
I did. I'd send back a fleece pretty early on. When we got to Big Bear, I had another liner I sent back. I did have an extra pair. I did start out with 2 sports bras, and then I sent one home. I started out with, I think, 3 pairs of shorts, so that I had a town pair of shorts. I ended up going without that. We ended up actually, when we would hike into town and we knew we were going to do laundry, we would actually wear our sleep tops so we weren't as stinky. And that seemed to really work out very well.
Hike for like 5 days, and you're only sleeping in one of your shirts. The other shirt gets all sweaty, and then when you go into town, you wear your sleeping shirt into town.
Yeah.
So you're a little less stank.
Yeah, and a lot of the places we stayed at did have loaner clothes for us to be able to wash our clothes. But also, I would just throw on my raincoat, and I would wear a pair of my shorts. I'd wash everything else, and then I'd just hand wash the second pair of shorts in the sink, because again, they were lightweight material and they dry really fast. This is a tripod, in case you're wondering what this contraption is. And Bobby's been working this whole time. That's awesome. And last but not least, what Bobby was mentioning, are for our snow gear. So we both had a pair of gloves, and we went with waterproof but like dexterity, and those were just something off of Amazon. We both had beanie caps, which we kept the entire time. Down jackets, we just call them puffies. I'm reading it now. Red elephant down something jacket. Uh-oh. Baby, what's this word? Cagoule.
Where is the word?
Caggle? I don't think it's that. Anyways, it's just a down jacket. The puffy jacket, I would not change that. The only kind of downside of these ones was that they weren't waterproof, but I also feel like that's kind of a, give and take, that when you get a puffy jacket is that half the time they're waterproof. They're not waterproof.
Also, it had no zipper down the middle. Which
I
loved because it kept us warmer.
Also, it was a pullover jacket. It had no zipper, which also made it lighter weight, and it felt warmer. Is that I feel like even if you can get a waterproof puffy jacket, usually it's only water resistant. It's not actually waterproof, and if you get those feathers wet, that'll ruin your jacket for the rest of the jacket's life. Coats. We both had 2 different types of raincoats. One of them was a black diamond rain shell. That was mine. He's got his from his Cookie Monster, and so I don't actually know the brand on that. It was fine, but if I was gonna deal with a lot more rain, I would say it was not fine. It just didn't really waterproof for very long. I've used a Frog Tog before, and I felt like that actually added more waterproofing than this rain shell. The reason I got this rain shell is because I thought that it would rip less easy. That's the thing about the Frog Togs, is they rip super easy. So if you get caught on a branch, there goes your waterproof. But I will say that I was not as impressed, having spent a little bit more on a nicer raincoat. When the Frog Tog, I feel like, might have just been just as good. I got wind pants off of Amazon that I started with at the beginning of the trail, and I liked those. They're actually super lightweight, and I could have just carried them. I didn't really actually need to ditch them. They were that lightweight, and they really did not take up that much space, but I just wasn't really using them. I did use them in the Sierra, and that was actually really nice. So for the whole entire Sierra section, I'm glad that I did have those. They did keep me a lot warmer from the wind, and I was able to glissade in those pants. They didn't get ripped, and So that was really nice. It was a trail score. I found a green neck gaiter when we were going through just before the Sierra on very specifically cold days. And I was really, really happy that I had that. And I would most definitely probably when we hike the CDT or we do anything remotely that has snow, I would definitely bring another neck gaiter. Okay, so I think that is everything that as far as our clothing is concerned. And thanks so much for watching, y'all. If you have any questions regarding anything that I talked about today, please just drop a comment in there and I'd be happy to respond to that. I will be doing more gear reviews and kind of just doing it as we go. So this is just one of many. If y'all have more questions about any other gear stuff, feel free to leave a comment and I'll cover that in my next gear review. Thanks so much, y'all. You guys are awesome. And I gotta work on my book.